Good afternoon, evening, everyone. This is Keith Johnson. I'm a CPA with your Business Buzz for Friday, December 20th, 2024, 5 days until Christmas. And again, lots and lots of stuff in the news today, mostly dealing with the possible government shutdown and the spending bill that's going through, and also talk a little bit about the what would happen if there's a shutdown, and then some more inflation news came out today. So it was a busy day, so we'll get right to it. So, excuse me. So, first off, as you know, the spending bill that was originally proposed by Congress, the 1,500 and odd page document, was scuttled overnight, and then or yesterday, and then President-elect Trump and like Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy, and some of the other more conservative parts of the Congress came up with an additional bill. But as I said yesterday, the problem was that it extended the debt limit. Actually, it suspended the debt limit through January of 2027. Problem with that is that it's taken away the spending limit on the government credit card, as it were, and that's not fiscally responsible, and it would go against a lot of the conservative principles as far as conservative in fiscal responsibility. Therefore, 38 congressional Republicans voted against the bill, which I got to say, yay, because the interest on the public debt is over $1 trillion, and it's the biggest line item in our budget. So we've got to work to keep that from going up as fast as it is. So what happened this morning was Speaker Mike Johnson got together with other congressional Republicans, and they hammered out a bill. Now, I'm talking to you at about 5:18 Eastern time, and the vote on the bill is expected to be right now, within this hour. Early indications are that the bill will be split up. It's going to be a quote-unquote clean bill. In other words, there's not going to be any major attachments to it. The bill is actually coming up much lighter at 115 pages. But what will happen is that the continuing resolution funding will be split up so that there's enough funding to keep the government going, but also there's $115 billion for disaster relief and also farming. I get the farming, but I understand we need disaster relief. Trust me. But after going through 3 hurricanes this year, not confident of how FEMA is going to spend that money. So I am not, I'm not too excited about that, spending $115 billion on disaster relief. It needs to be done. I'm just not excited about it. And the thing is, too, another thing in play is the congressional Democrats are actually taking issue with Elon Musk having his say over the bill. He's going to be heading up with Vivek Ramaswamy for the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, and he's looking like he's not somewhat happy with the bill, but I'm sure he's going to have his stamp on it before it passes. Actually, there's starting to be a little chatter. It's not serious yet, but it's worth keeping your eye on, is that should this chaos continue and Speaker Johnson is forced out, which is very possible given the track record that he has for kowtowing, hey, Christmas, for kowtowing to Democrats, even though he is a Republican. And I get some of it because, the Republican majority is so narrow. So you got to include the Democrats in it. But there's talk about Elon Musk being being voted in as Speaker of the House. It's in the Constitution. You can do it. You don't have to be a member of Congress. It can be any person. It could theoretically be me. If 435 members of Congress knew who I was and liked me, they could vote me in. So it's going to be very interesting. The chatter's not gotten to the serious level yet, but it could be a story that'll grow over the next few days. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. As I said, the bill will pass or fail within the hour. Then it has to go to the Senate. That is going to be, from what I've heard, it's going to be passed in the Senate. And of course, they'll go to President Biden's desk. Now, another trick that they did today is what Speaker Johnson did was he had to speed up the bill because in less than 7 hours, the government will shut down, or at least partially shut down. So what he did was, instead of going through the committees and all that regular process, what he's doing is he's calling a suspension of the rules, and he's going to, put this bill in going through without committee approval and all that. Upside, it goes right to a vote for the Congress. Downside is it requires 2/3 of the Congress to report, of the House to pass the bill, to vote yes, so that the bill passes. So there's a price to rushing on it. And like I said, we're less than 7 hours away from the shutdown. Now, excuse me. Let's say that let's say the government does shut down. Okay. The media is going to tell you that it's terrible and all this. No, I mean, life will go on. The sun will rise in the east tomorrow. Life will go on. The college football playoffs will go on tomorrow. The NFL usually has a couple of games on Saturday this particular weekend. You're going to have your football. Really what's going to happen is non-essential government employees will be furloughed. So several 100,000 people are going to be laid off, at least temporarily. Now, the important people, like our military and air traffic controllers, TSA, first responders, all of that, they're still on the job, although they'll be working without pay. But it's not like they're not going to get paid. What will happen is, once the shutdown is resolved, they will get their back pay all in a lump sum. So, yeah, they may not be happy about working without pay, but they're not going to be hurt, and you're not going to be hurt. If it goes 10 days to the end of the year, start of January, Social Security checks will be cut. However, the big thing for us as CPAs is that the IRS will shut down. They'll stop collecting. They'll stop their customer service. So yes, it will be a little painful for us, but everybody who is furloughed, they won't be working, but they're going to get compensated when this is all done. So it's not the end of the world. Okay, so don't worry about that. In other news, we had the personal consumption expenditure index that the U.S., the the U.S. government uses more as a truer measure of inflation. Went up 1/10 of a point in November. It was released this morning. It's still above the Fed target range of 2%. I don't know how it's going to get back down to 2% anytime soon. But it did come in less than the 2.5% annual rate, which economists had been expecting. So a little bit of good news there. And as a result, it kind of put the stock market in a little bit of jump mode. It closed up 500 points today. And, because the thinking is that if inflation is coming in a little under what is expected, if it's cooling off a little bit, then the Fed will have some room to maybe instead of 2 cuts next year, they'll do 3. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so that's it for today. My plan generally going forward is that, I'll just do Monday through Friday. But given that the, shutdown bill, the congressional spending bill is coming up to a last second frenzy, I will come in tomorrow and I'll let you know one way or another how it goes and what the effects are. So anyway, if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Please subscribe and like this. And for the people out there who are at least checking me out, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're very valued and we appreciate you looking. So anyway, I will talk to you tomorrow. Have a good evening.